Erik Ten Hag arriving at Man United, how excited are you?
Wait, when that happened?
Apparently.
About nine Ten Hag videos ago, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, there's only so many times you can say imminent in a video. Now it's official. Your thoughts? You think he's going to be a success? Do you think there's too many variables to tell?
Far too many variables to tell. I'm pleased with. I'm going to give Richard Arnold some credit on this. After a decade of absolute fucking just boneheaded decisions from Ed Woodward, I think appointing Ralph Rangnick, and a lot of people, I don't know what they expected from Ralph Rangnick. I think he's done worse than I thought he would do. I thought he would do a lot better. But also, he's had 13 players. People have fully checked out. I mean, some of them have literally checked out. But people have fully checked out or shit the bed on him. Do you remember Edinson Cavani? He plays for us. Yeah. I checked the website, right?
Yeah. It's a rumour, but it's true.
But he hasn't.
Yeah.
He hasn't played for him.
Yeah.
You've got all of these players that were previously in form have just dropped it. They've got players that his system doesn't suit. There's a clip actually from XG Files, and I'm not pointing at Drake, he wasn't on it in November, but it's from November, and I said, I hope we appoint Ralph Rangnick, because it was prior to Ralph Rangnick coming in, and then we get Erik Ten Hag in the summer.
Really? Right.
And I might have even mentioned Paul Mitchell at the time as well, saying this is the cultural reset that we need to have. I like that Jim Lawler and Marcel Bou have gone. That's clearing the way, I hope, for Ralph Rangnick, Paul Mitchell, to have some concrete roles within the club that gives Ten Hag the opportunity to be a success. United need an overhaul. We need an overhaul in our data analytics. We need an overhaul in our strength and conditioning. We need an overhaul in our recruitment. And all of those things will feed into how we perform on the pitch. You might have got Conte and we might have come fourth this season. I will not argue that with you. That might have been a thing. But in 2 years' time, we're back to square one. Manchester United need a root and branch, breakdown, reassessment, and someone neutral like Ralph Rangnick. He hasn't got a legend status like Ollie Toulouse by being very truthful and maybe even a bit brutal. He hasn't got that reputation like a Mourinho, maybe, that he wants to just win at all costs. He's going to have other jobs after United. If he's one of the people responsible for the reignition of Manchester United, he just walks into any job he wants. He turned around an oil tanker that was fucking sinking. That's going to be a massive thing for him. I'm sure he was here to do a coaching job and maybe do a better one. I think we all thought he would do a better one than he has done. But I think he was also here to pave the way for the next guy. You don't appoint an interim person who's known as a club builder. You bring in a firefighting coach. There's coaches out there you could have got. People who are known coaches, managers. There's fucking loads of them that you could have got. Appointing a football club builder in Ralph Rangnick tells me the plan was always to try and prepare some sort of a ground for the next guy. Whether the next guy was going to be Ten Hag when they did this, or whether it was a process that they was starting at that time, I don't know. But I think it was always for him to have an assessment. Maybe the style of play was a coincidence. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was chosen that they wanted to maybe play in the opposition half and play on the halfway line. And maybe there was a couple of traits that he had that they were thinking, we'd like a bit of that maybe with our next manager, without identifying who that next manager was necessarily. But they can have honest, genuine conversation. Ralph Rangnick's one fucking step away from calling someone a see you next Tuesday in a press conference.
I love that.
Can you imagine what he's like in private?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the phone calls he's had with Ten Hag? And he's gone, what do you reckon? Shit, sell him, he's good. He's good attitude, not very good. Like, the evaluation he's going to give Ten Hag means that Ten Hag doesn't need to go and have a pre-season game against Wigan to go, these fuckers can't play on the halfway line.
Yeah.
He gets the assessment right now from Ralph Rangnick going, fix this, and I've got 3 or 4 names in mind that I think might do that. What do you think?
Yeah.
And I hope it's a collaboration between somebody like a Paul Mitchell, which I don't know anything, between somebody like Ten Hag, between somebody like Ralph Rangnick, and seeing how Ajax play football. If Rennie Mullenstein wants to come and get involved in this party, I fucking couldn't be happier. And I think you overhaul that as a starting point, and then you start putting some money into the sports science side at Manchester United. because I swear to fucking God, it's not for me to really put it out there that much, and I don't think I've got the full details to tell you exactly how bad it is in comparison to other clubs. You're just going to have to fucking trust the fat lad when I say what's going on at Old Trafford and at Carrington is fucking abysmal when it comes to our sports science department.
Okay.
One thing Ajax are leaders in the world at is sports science and data analysis. United need to bring that. Yeah. United need dragging into the 21st century. Sir Alex Ferguson took over a club in the 80s, and in many ways, it still was a club in the 80s in 2013 when he left. And it's been slow to transition. Fucking Louis van Gaal put floodlights at Carrington. Jose Mourinho, like literally, he's got ladders and that. Like Jose Mourinho did no fucking evaluations. He got rid of half of the analysis department. Jim Lawler was there from when Fergie was there. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so much has moved on in the game that you have to keep up. Carrington and Manchester United used to be seen as cutting edge, and we're laughed at now, and that needs to change. So for me, the whole structure of what is around Ten Hag, i.e. Ralph Rangnick, i.e. Paul Mitchell, maybe even John Murtough, and all of the people that are involved behind the scenes in that sense, and the data and recruitment analysis. Look at United's recruitment last summer. Who do we sign? Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
Anyone who plays FIFA could have told you he was good.
Yeah, even
Who else did we sign? Cristiano Ronaldo?
Never heard of him.
Who come up with that? A fucking 12-year-old. And Rafael Varane, one of the most winningest centre-halves in the world, that plays for Real Madrid.
That's not scouting, is it?
Is it fuck?
There's nothing wrong with signing players like that, but it's not like you've done any homework and gone, oh, I'll tell you what, I've got a player for you here. You might have not have heard of him, but he's pretty good. He's won 5 Ballon d'Ors, and he used to play here. His name's Cristiano Ronaldo.
There's a photo of him outside, actually.
You're going to go, oh, what? Right,
it's the same with Wan-Bissaka and Maguire, though. Because like you thought, maybe, like especially with Wan-Bissaka, you thought, have they been keeping an eye on this guy? But it was just obvious that he was good. And then Dan James was the one where you thought, have we scouted this guy? It just turns out Giggs was like, yeah, he's all right.
I watched him for 30 minutes and told you he was shit.
Yeah, well, there you go. Do you know what I mean? It just proves that there was no sensible scouting there.